right, so today I'm very excited to bring you this drill. I laid it out with my new system. There'll be a link below. Take you directly to the item in case you're interested. Again, I laid this out myself, less than 5 minutes. I had done a video a while back on parallel aiming system, and a lot of people asked for overhead shot. I thought this was even better. You know, I put this system to great use in regards to I could put labels and so forth and lay out my lines. So again, right now this would be the layout: 8 ball, cue ball, 10 ball, 6 ball, 12 ball, 14, 5. I'm going to put the balls on the table and you can see exactly what we need to do. All right, so let me explain this in detail. All right, so we're playing 8 ball and I need to obviously make a kick shot, hit that 6 ball. And my 5 ball is all the way up here. Yes, I could go into the rail and come back, but then who knows what's going to happen with that little cluster over there. So again, people had asked me about this system to explain it in detail, and I think this is the best way for me to show it to you, again with this system. So I laid everything out, marked the lines. So here we go. All right, so here's my cue ball, my 6 ball. What I need to do is find the halfway point between my cue ball and my object ball, which is the 6. All right, I purposely put this 10 ball here and marked it because that's my halfway point. I'm trying to give you the best visual, possible. So again, what I want to do is find that midway point and make a visual mark on the table, halfway between your cue ball and the object ball. So again, my 10 ball is the halfway mark. And then what I want to do is line that 6 ball up straight into this pocket, all right? And then what I'm going to do is keep the tip there. I'm going to go straight over to my midway point, all right? And then I'm going to lift this cue. Here's the parallel. That's why it's called parallel line system. So, or parallel aiming system, I should say. I'm going to lift this cue up and bring it parallel over the cue ball. So again, I already marked everything. So what that's telling me is if I shoot this cue ball straight into that rail, I'm going to use a little bit of running English, very little, and that cue ball should rebound and make contact with the 6 ball. So again, find your midway point, okay? Halfway between object ball and cue ball. I take my cue, go straight over the ball that I'm trying to make contact with. All right, so here's my straight line. I'm going to pivot it to my midway point. Then I'm going to lift my cue. Keep that line. This is where it becomes crucial. And I create a parallel line over the cue ball. So again, I'm right here, and then my parallel would be right here. So, and the parallel is run side by side. All right, so it's not kicked this way, it's not kicked that way. You keep it as parallel as possible. I know it's a lot easier to do in this system, but I'm telling you, you pick it up really easy. I'm going to zoom in a little more and then we'll take the shot. So let's go ahead and take this shot now that we're zoomed in. All right, so you can see I made good contact. I made that ball. I have a shot on this 5 ball. Hopefully I can make that, get the cue ball out in the open. Let's go ahead and take the shot, see what I can do. Now I have an open shot on that 8 ball to go ahead and win the game. I could have got better position, but that's what I'm talking about, the midpoint, being able to mark that. So let me go ahead and move these balls out of the way so you can see, again, what I was talking about. So remember, my 6 ball was over here. I put my line over it. All right, there's my straight line. Make that pivot to the midway point. So my straight line's here, pivot over here. That's my midway point. And then I lift the cue and go ahead and bring it to the parallel. So like I was saying, this is a great system to learn, all right? So just remember those pointers, you know, what I had mentioned, and go ahead and practice this. And you know, you could create graded distance between your cue ball and your object ball. So go ahead and play with the distance, you know. Start off with something a little simpler, easier to see the midway point. But remember, that's crucial. You gotta find that midway point. So again, straight line over the ball, make your pivot to the midway point, take your cue, keep that angle, that's what's crucial. So remember, these are the parallel lines, all right? So whatever that midway point angle is, that's the angle you're gonna pick up, bring it over the object ball, and follow it to the rail, and that's the position on the rail. So here, it's gonna be right there on the rail, right there, I should say, right there on the rail of where I want my cue ball to run into. So again, and you know, practice with the speed of the shot itself. The speed is gonna totally affect the angle, all right? So the cue ball is gonna change its angle, increase or decrease depending on how fast or how soft you hit the shot. So again, it's not as easy as it looks. You're gonna have to practice with how much English, you know, running English, and the speed of the shot. But once you get the feeling of that, you'll be able to take shots like this and, you know, might not make it all the time, but at least make contact with your object ball, all right? So again, you know, this is a practice drill, and if you have any other questions, please leave comments, you know, like, share, love to hear from you. And again, if you're interested in the system itself, of how I laid this out, there'll be a link below. Go to my website, full details, anything you need to know. Again, feel free to reach out. Thanks again. Hope to see you real soon.